What's up, guys? Today is October 3rd, so now it is the third day of the 25 days of SEMA Crunch, and I'm just kind of giving y'all a little update as to what's been going on in the shop since 2 days prior. So we got our new FCK fog lights in. I'll be wiring in the light bar that's going to be going in here. Unfortunately, on this truck, we don't have a fog light harness that is on my Laramie package truck. So with this one, I'm actually going to be tapping into the 5 auxiliary switches that are on the HVAC control panel. So I had to do some little digging as to how I could get those to be reprogrammed so that it's battery fed instead of ignition fed. Since we have an air compressor and a train horn already on it, it was already on there when we bought it. I didn't install it, so it was like one of those things of, okay, now we got to learn what other people have done to it before we dive into it. So because that was already on one of the auxiliaries, I might either swap it, but I just didn't want to touch it because it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of thing. So I only have 2, 3, 4, and 5 available to me on the auxiliary panel, so I'll probably just be using those and try to figure out a way to make sure that those can be battery fed instead of ignition fed. So typically when we have our front lights, I kind of want them on a switch so that if I need them when the truck is off for outdoor working and stuff like that, that's when I'll have them switch on for nighttime loading and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily want to have the truck on if I want to use the lights. So that's the only reason why I wanted it battery fed instead of ignition fed. So aside from that, we've been doing the wiring harnesses on that. I'm basically trying to make it a little bit easier on me in the long run, even though it's taking a little bit longer in the short run, because of the fact that we have 4. I want all 4 to be hooked up to one single wiring harness so that we don't have 7 different wiring harnesses going to the battery. So I'm trying to custom make my own wiring harnesses by splicing connectors together and such to make it work for the application that I'm needing. So that's what I've been working on. Last night we had a huge rainstorm go through, and I have leaks in the shop, which really sucks, but it is what it is. It's West Texas, so this is the most rain we've ever had in the entire time I've lived in Texas. So it's not a normal issue that we usually have to deal with. So having to deal with it has been a little bit of an extra chore, I guess you could say, of squeegeeing out water out of the shop and just making sure everything is up off the floor, so if things can get wet, they're not in the flood zone. So aside from that, it's just been a lot of wiring, which is long and tedious, which is why I haven't been filming a whole lot of it. I might give y'all a little bit of a rundown of how I will do the auxiliary switches, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people can actually use on their own vehicles and would want to tap into but not necessarily know how to. So maybe I'll do a little video of how I was able to figure that out, and as well as the programming side of it goes. So hopefully I can share some of that content with y'all, because I'm sure that could be used on your Rams as well. So I think aside from that, that's basically all I've been doing. Like I said, wiring is just a lot of tedious work that's boring and time consuming, and it's repetitive, because like with the rock lights, there's 24 rock lights, so everything I'm doing is 24 times over. So it's stuff like that. That's why I haven't been filming a whole lot of that stuff, because it just takes forever. What else did we do? Y'all are the first to see the color reveal. I actually released it yesterday, but there's the color reveal. I had been posting teasers on my Instagram, but I wanted y'all to see it first because I'm trying to get my YouTube channel back up and going, and it's been... YouTube is a whole other ballgame because there's a lot more editing, but now that I've found ways and using my my camera, my laptop, and my phones in a better way of editing, it's been a lot easier for me to figure out that way, because before I was doing all editing and all content creating on only my phones. So that made it like 3 times as much time consuming, and of course with storage space, that is a huge downside when you're shooting in 4K with large file sizes. So that's why I hadn't been doing YouTube, because of the fact that it was just not worth the hassle of trying to go in and delete a million photos and videos just so I could save one single video to post it on YouTube. So now that I'm doing it on my laptop, it's a lot easier and I have a lot more storage and I can get more content for y'all. So that's really fun and exciting, and that's what made me want to start this series, especially because it worked out perfectly with the amount of days before we're leaving for SEMA, because we leave on the 26th of October. So I was just gonna do the 25 days of SEMA Crunch. So I figured this was like the one and only year I could do it because of how the days laid out, so it worked out good. So yeah, this is the color reveal. Woo, how fun and crazy. And yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be a super busy day, because aside from everything I have to do in the shop, I still have my everyday life of everything that I do. I still am trying to at least get, at the very bare minimum, at least an hour workout in every day, every other day, sort of, because it's just, I feel like when you feel good, that's when you also do better in everything else in your life. So don't get me wrong, there's days where I'm just absolutely dead tired and I don't want to go to the gym, but sometimes it's nice to have a little extra push. Like I have my little sister and she's just like, you know, you need to just come with me, please. And I'm like, okay, fine, we'll go. And then I feel better after, and it was worth just taking up an hour of my time to go and do better. So yes, I'm sure as it gets closer to the deadline that won't be the case, but tomorrow I have a hair appointment, so I'm gonna be gone for most of the morning for that. And then aside from that, it's mostly just shop stuff until SEMA. So aside from being a shop rat for the next 24 days, so I'm very sorry, but I'm gonna be looking busted. But when we pop out at SEMA, I'm getting my engagement pictures done with my man, so that's when you'll see me all glammed up and looking way better than just in a t-shirt sweating my butt off covered in dirt. So yay. So yeah, so today that's basically what I'm doing, is a whole lot of more wiring. If there's any other stuff, then I will give y'all a little closing update as to what I did throughout the day, but that's just like what we're gearing up for as to right now and about to jump back into. So I'll check back at the end of the day and let y'all know if there's any updates. So we'll see you in a second. Alright, so I finally got my custom harness finished up. Took a while, not gonna lie, but we got it done. So this is my own little splitter that I made. I have to get some, probably, I don't know, 12 gauge, 10 gauge tomorrow for my power and ground terminal to go to the battery. And then this is what hooks up to all of the rock lights on the dually. So this took a while, not gonna lie, to have to pin each connector, test it, make sure it's good to go. Took about 2 hours from start to finish, but it's finally done, thankfully, yay. And so I'm gonna call it a night because I have to be up early tomorrow to go to Amarillo and then come back to the shop and do everything else I need to do tomorrow. So basically what I had gotten accomplished today was I got that done, which was kind of the main priority today. I got the auxiliary switches to the fog lights wired in, as well as the light bar. I'm gonna have to probably make custom brackets for the light bar mounting, because the brackets that it came with I don't think are gonna work for the height that I'm needing, so I'll have to probably custom make those as well. However, pretty much everything else is done on the dually as of what I wanted to get done for today. Tomorrow I gotta take it back to the audio shop, so I'm hoping that I can get everything at least zip tied up and ran and plugged in the best I can, so at least that is checked off the list, and move on to the next project, which is the Jeep. So that's the current update that I've got for y'all for right now. And I'm gonna try to get a good night's sleep tonight because it's already 12:45. I just finished meal prepping in the house when I remembered that I had to grab my camera. So here I am back in the shop. Shocker. So I'm gonna go finish meal prepping, take a nice hot shower that is well deserved, and go to bed. This is probably the earliest I've been in bed in like the last month and a half. So I'm actually quite excited, not gonna lie. So I will probably have this video either uploaded tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how long my meal prep takes. Maybe I can get this just like uploading while I'm in the shower or something like that. Multitasking at its finest. But anyways, I will check back in with y'all tomorrow. So bye bye for now.